One thing that I must say to my sisters is that we have to stop justifying bad behavior. Good morning, ladies. Happy Monday. I knew it was Monday. Ooh, I need to text my homeboy and tell him happy birthday. Happy Scorpio Day. His birthday is today. Then let's see, my friend Toy's birthday tomorrow. My cousin Linda birthday tomorrow. My friend Renee birthday tomorrow. Mario tomorrow. Okay, so I got a couple of people that I need to text. A couple of Scorpios that I need to text tomorrow and tell them happy birthday. Nevertheless, welcome to a new work week. I am officially 100% remote, and I am over the moon for that. I do have to go into work tomorrow. Number one, to clean out my office because the new brand manager that we just hired for Aunt Jackie's, she's going to have my office. And also the head of education, she and I are filming a short content video tomorrow addressing some of the commonly asked questions that I get as the consumer care manager for Aunt Jackie's. So I've come up with just, 5 questions and stuff. We're just going to do a short little, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it as an interview or if we're just going to sit and have a chat, but that's something that we've been working on because as I said before, I manage the YouTube channel for Aunt Jackie's and Hollywood Beauty. And so one of the things that I'm now tasked with is assisting with the content that goes on those channels. So tomorrow, we've already started setting up a studio at the job specifically to film content. So tomorrow, she and I need to go in. I need to go in and go over some stuff with her, and then we're just going to film a short video. So even though I'm 100% remote now, occasionally I will be going in for us to film content. And also, I even though I'm 100% remote and I love it, I really love my team. My team is really awesome. And so I'm not going to just completely they're never going to see me. It's possible I'll probably just go in once a week just so I can see them. As a matter of fact, in a little bit, I need to send my every Monday motivation that I send to the whole marketing team. But that's that. But one thing I did want to address this morning is, so the video that I made where I got stood up, and I got a lot of comments from, the ladies and a lot of feedback, and that is all fine and good. It's beautiful. Get a lot of support from the sisters. Then you get a lot of suggestions and everything. But let me clear something up, because whenever I make videos, I'm not going to go into a lot of in-depth detail all the time, because number one, I don't think it's necessary. And then number two, the video would be very, very long if I did. And then sometimes I just don't feel like some things need to be, explained. But I am going to explain. First of all, I noticed that a lot of the sisters heard what they wanted to hear and not everything that I said. First and foremost, he's not someone that I just recently met. Again, he and I have been friends. I'm not talking about friends with benefits. He and I have been friends and communicating since April of 2023. So that's a year and a half. We'll talk, then we might not talk. We trade text messages often. We are friends on all our social media accounts. We comment on each other's stuff. He constantly is, when he sees something, a picture that I like, he comments on the picture that I like, that he likes. Or he sees something that I'm doing and then he hits me up, asks me about it. He might be out somewhere and, he'll hit me up and he'll be like, hey babe, come have a drink with me. That type of situation. So it's not like this is somebody that I just met, because I was getting comments like, well, you got to let the man plan the date, and you seem a little bit aggressive, and it seems like you're the one who initiated. Absolutely not. First of all, black coffee is as some of you guys have seen in the other video, black coffee is a new coffee spot that I found recently that I absolutely love. And I'm one of those people that, especially whenever it comes to black businesses, if I find something that I really like and that's really good, gives great service, the food is good, then on social media, I'm going to not only shout them out, I'm going to provide videos. I'm going to provide context about the place, because I love my black people. I support my black people. And so I have been talking about black coffee for a while. Now, mind you, where I live, the area that I live in, it is a very walkable neighborhood. And so there's a lot of places that have opened up where you can eat, go have drinks and all the other great stuff. So, I guess about a week before last, he was over here in the area and he hit me up and he was like, have they opened up the new breakfast spot? Because I was going to tell you to, come meet me, for breakfast. I'm like, no, they haven't opened it up yet. He's like, okay, fine, cool. I said, well, I'll let you know whenever they open up. That's Grits and Eggs. I filmed a video, I think the last video, I included grits and eggs in there. So they open up grits and eggs, whatever. So I had posted about, and then what you guys don't understand is that he and I have conversations pretty regularly, outside of social media. He'll call me, he'll FaceTime me, I'll call him, I'll FaceTime him, whatever. But lately, I've gotten to where, how do I put it? Lately, I've gotten to where I feel like my friendship, because it's not sex. We're not even having, sex. We've had sex before. We're not even having sex anymore. We haven't had sex for a very, very long time, but we still communicate. We still talk. We still interact. We still hang out. He's, been over here, a couple of times, because I just moved over here right before the summer. So he's been over here a couple of times. We haven't, it is what it is. We're cool. And to be quite honest, I'm still not really looking for a relationship. If God blesses me with someone, then let me say this. My prayer to God is, my prayer every morning to God, number one, is reduce me and increase you in me, so that when people see me, they see the God in me. That's the number one prayer. The number two prayer is, God, prepare me for my husband and prepare my husband for me, so that when we see each other, we recognize each other and we know that we are ordained by you. That is my prayer every single morning. I pray for my future husband. I pray over my future husband. I pray for his mental. I pray for his emotional. I pray for his spiritual, because he has to have already submitted to God in order for me to submit to him. Because if he submitted to God, then when I submit to him, I'm submitting to God too, because I've already submitted to God. So, that's that. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about our relationship. So whenever he hit me up, okay, back it up. Let me address if it was 8 o'clock, I wouldn't go either. That's too early, blah, 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 blah. And that may be you. But one thing that you don't know is you don't know him and you don't know me. He goes to bed every night about 9 o'clock, unless it's football. I've known this for now a year and a half. He gets up every morning at 6 o'clock. His day gets started at 6 o'clock. He used to drive trucks. Now he just cut his hair. He's been cutting hair most of his life, but he used to drive trucks. So he gets up every morning at 6 o'clock. He gets up every morning at 6 o'clock. He goes into the kitchen. He fixes his coffee. And then he goes and sits on his deck overlooking the woods. He prays, meditates. 6 o'clock every morning. I get up pretty early as well. So my saying, let's go grab coffee and breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning was not a stretch. Number one, it was on a Saturday. He gets up and he has to cut hair. He has his own, barbershop. So he's already up. So when I say 8 o'clock, that would be enough time for us to go grab breakfast, which is what we were going to do, have coffee, and then I can go about my day, because on Saturdays I have a lot of stuff that I need to do. So I'm up and out early. He's up early. So that's why I said 8 o'clock. Also, I saw comments that, well, you did all the initiating and you did this and you did that. First of all, he hit me up and he asked me, when are we going to go? When are you going to meet me there? Because he knows I go a couple of times during the week just to work while I eat there. I'll just go by there to grab coffee. So him saying, when are you going to meet me there, was his asking me, when are you going to meet me there? Because he wanted to meet that Friday, but I had things to do. Because he wanted to meet that day. So whenever I say I can't meet today, how about tomorrow? That was a counter to him wanting to meet that day. So, fine, good. So whenever I said that I talked to him later and he reconfirmed, I didn't call him to reconfirm and ask, are we still on? That's not what happened. My sister was in the car with me whenever he and I was on the phone. I called him to tell him something else. And during that conversation, he asked, are we still on for tomorrow? And I said, yes. He said 8 o'clock. I said, yes. So that's how that happened. I did not call him, chasing behind him to reconfirm, are we still going tomorrow? That's not how that happened. But I didn't feel like I needed to explain that. Nevertheless, the next morning when I left, I'm one of those people, I'm not going to hound you. If you said 8 o'clock, if I set the time for 8 o'clock, he asked, I set the time. Based on my schedule and what I had going on at my convenience, not his. And that's something else that I saw some women saying, that you should have let him set it at his convenience. No, it was at my convenience, because he asked, when can I meet you there? So I gave him a time and I gave him a day. So then, on my way there, I just got up, got myself together, prepared for the day, because I knew that whenever he and I met for breakfast, I was going to leave from there, and I had other stuff to do, go to IKEA, go here, shopping to do. I had a lot of stuff on my agenda for that day. That's why I said 8 o'clock also, because I had a lot of stuff planned to do. So then whenever I left that morning, I'm expecting you. We said 8 o'clock. There's no sense of reconfirming and calling. Are you sure? Are you leaving? I'm not that chick. I expect you to be a person of your word. So whenever I said 8 o'clock, I got up that morning, got myself together, and headed on my way. Now, whenever I'm a very prompt person. If I say 8 o'clock, I mean 8 o'clock. Like Bernie Mac wife said on the Bernie Mac show, AT&T don't play that. AT&T did not play that. I started working at AT&T when I was 25 years old, and it gave me a sense of urgency whenever it comes to time. And I also respect other people's time, and I want them to respect mine. So if I say 8 o'clock, I'm going to be there at 8 o'clock. If I know I'm not going to be there at 8 o'clock, I'm going to contact you in time enough to let you know, hey, I'm running late, whatever. I do that with everyone. Guys, my girlfriends, my sister, my family, work, it does not matter. I am a very prompt person. So that's why when I got caught at the red light, I did text him to say, hey, I'm running late. I got caught by the train. Yeah, then the train moved and I got there. So whenever I got there, and as a matter of fact, by the time I got there, they opened at 8. When I got there, it was actually like maybe 7:58 because they hadn't turned the open light on and they hadn't opened up yet. So when they opened, I went on inside. Now, one thing about me is that I'm going to do what I'm going to do regardless of you. So whenever I got there, I ordered my coffee. Yeah, I could have just waited to let him pay for it because he would have. But I'm like, whatever. I just went ahead and ordered my coffee, ordered my bagel, sat down, started eating, whatever. Checked the time a couple of times. He wasn't there. I was not going to call him and ask, where you at? What time you going to get here? I'm so far past that as far as my life is concerned. I'm just not. So when 8:37 or whatever, I finished my coffee, my bagel. A lot of women, whether y'all want to admit it or not, would have called him, would have texted him. I'm just not that sister anymore. If he was like my man, yes, but he's not. We're friends. And so I did not. So by the time I got in the car, whenever I filmed it, it was like, I got stood up. Then he turned around and he texted me. And his text said, hey, I'm just waking up. I left my phone in the car. Too much too much brandy last night, because I knew that he would, that night before, whenever he and I had talked the day before, he's told me that he was going out with some friends that night. So whenever he said that, I text back, no worries. So then he turned around and he texted and he said, whenever I woke up this morning, he said, I was losing my shits because I couldn't find my phone, LOL. And so I responded with a thumbs up. And that was that. So my issue with the whole situation is that, number one, as soon as you woke up and realized that you were supposed to be meeting me, you should have picked up the phone and called. That's number one, not text. You should have called. Number two, you should have been apologizing profusely for missing the date that you initiated, not me. You initiated. You should have been apologizing profusely for missing it. And in the same breath, you should have been saying, babe, what can I do to make it up to you? I am so sorry. Can we set another time? Can we go out another time? I got you. I really, really, really am sorry. Now, I wasn't expecting him to come meet me after that, because I know that he was going he had to start then preparing to go cut hair. My issue is you text and you didn't call, then you made a joke out of it, and then you did not come back with the proper response as far as what you were going to do to make up for it. That's it. That's it. Now, since that time, he's liked all my pictures. He's commented on my pictures. He's sent inboxes based on how beautiful I look when I went to the Ken Ford concert, whatever. And, I look at it, but I'm at a space in my life where I don't want to say I'm real nonchalant and that I don't care, but I think I am at a space in my life where I'm really nonchalant. It's like I don't care. I'm really easy, and the thing is that he knows this because we've gone through this before, where I've just completely severed all the ties, blocked telephone numbers, deleted all, blocked you on Instagram and everything. So it's not like he doesn't know that I would do it. But I'm just at a point in my life where I'm not going to say I don't care, but I don't let too much bother me, especially someone that I'm not in a relationship with, especially someone that I don't foresee myself being in a relationship. I mean, it is what it is. He and I are cool. We have very, very good intellectual conversations. Whenever I say the conversations are amazing, they are amazing. And that's hard to find in this day and age, is having a conversation, because you like the video I just posted yesterday with the young man that's 41 years old. It's calling me youngster and calling me scary ass and stuff like that. He and I have really good intellectual conversations about life, about love, about relationships, about politics, about religion, all of that. But I know that it will never go any further than what it is. So I guess you can say me saying I got stood up was bait. Was they call a bait click, whatever. But I did get stand up. I did get stood up. But it's not as deep or as heavy as some made it out to be, because it wasn't like it was someone that I was trying to really newly get to know. There weren't any rules as to how I was supposed to initiate, even though I didn't initiate it, but there is no hard and fast rule. Like, I'm getting to, like, this is someone new, and so I got to follow these certain type of rules to see him or get to know him or anything like that. This is someone that I've known since April of 2023. This is now November of 2024. May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So this has been now 19 months that I've known this person. So I just wanted to come on here and clear that up. Nothing major. Just an early morning conversation. And considering how long this video is, I'll probably just go ahead and post it today. Yep. Happy Monday, folks. And if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're returning, thank you again so much, because, as I said before, you guys have been absolutely amazing. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys. I really, truly, truly do. Now, one thing that I must say to my sisters is that we have to stop justifying bad behavior. We have to stop giving passes for bad behavior, because I'm not going to say a lot, A few sisters was like, well, like I said, it's 8 o'clock. I would have did it too. You should have did this. You should have did that. You should not have did this. You should not have did that. But not once did some of you say he was wrong, that he should have called instead of text, that he should have found a way to make up for the oversight. Instead, you say what I did wrong. And that's a problem with a lot of men, is that a lot of women will justify their behavior and instead blame the woman instead of applying it where it actually belongs. And in this situation, it belonged with him.